Welcome back to another week here at KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. The second confirmed case of COVID-19 has been reported in Jeju. A female patient in her 20s who was employed at a local hotel was tested positive for the virus on the 22nd after making a trip to her hometown, Daegu City. The province has temporarily closed down the hotel and placed everyone who had contact with her in self-quarantine. Joseph Kim reports.
The second case of the COVID-19 virus was reported on the following day of the first case confirmation in Jeju. The 22-year-old female patient works for We Hotel in Hwaesudong, Seogwipo. She flew to her hometown Daegu on February 13th and returned to the island on the 16th.
정상 발현이 지금 현재로서는 18일 날 새벽 3시 30분경에 몸이 안 좋다는 걸 인지했고요. 제주도에서 감염이 됐다기보다는 대구에서 휴가를 받을 때 그때 감염이 되지 않았냐 지금 현재 그렇게 보고 있습니다.
She visited Seogwipo Yeollin Hospital in the afternoon of the 21st as she had symptoms of cough and fever beginning on the 19th. The hospital sent her specimen to the Jeju Public Health and Environment Research Institute, and the institute confirmed the sample positive early on the morning of the 22nd. Soon, her specimen was delivered to and reviewed by the Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The KCTV also confirmed the sample positive. She is quarantined in a negative pressure room at the Jeju National University Hospital. The We Hotel, where the patient was working at, has been temporarily closed. Her mother has been quarantined at home. Meanwhile, the island's first infected patient is also being treated at a negative pressure room at the Jeju National University Hospital, and his condition is reportedly stable. Joseph Kim, KCTV.
Taking a look at the travel route of the patient. The patient arrived in Jeju at 1 p.m. on the 16th from Daegu via Asiana Air. From there, she traveled to the staff dormitory in Seogwipo City by bus. On the 17th, she was at We Hotel where she works from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Afterwards, she patroned a restaurant nearby at 10 p.m. and returned to the dormitory at 3:20 a.m. On the 19th, she was back at the hotel by 1 p.m., but as she was showing symptoms of cough, she visited the Jungmun-shin Internal Medicine by taxi. She was also at the screening center at Yeollin Hospital at 4 p.m., but she did not have a fever at that time, so she returned to the dorm by bus. On the 20th, she went shopping at E-Mart in Seogwipo City for 30 minutes. Then she went to a convenience store at 5 p.m. On the 21st, she visited the screening center again and was tested positive for the virus. 67 citizens that came into contact with the soldier who traveled to Daegu and confirmed as the first case of COVID-19 have been placed in self-isolation. The provincial government announced that the 67 people who were in contact with the soldier includes a T-Way Airlines flight attendant, flight passengers, a taxi driver, employees of a convenience store, employees of Hala Hospital, where the patient received the first confirmation examination, and members of his military unit. Disinfection of all facilities and modes of transportation the soldier utilized were also finalized. The province is advising residents to call 1339 or a local health center if any suspicious symptoms appear, especially if there was any contact with a confirmed patient or if a recent trip to Daegu City was made. The provincial government is on a mission to strengthen protocols for disinfection and will re-examine whether to permit public events as COVID-19 patients were confirmed on the island. The province is disinfecting all public offices, tourist attractions, and community service centers. Areas of the island that are frequented by large numbers of people are being sterilized, as well as common public objects. The local government is also reevaluating the decision to resume public events, which was initially viewed with a positive outlook before the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed. The Jeju Fire Festival, Cherry Blossom Festival, and the Canola Flower International Walking Festival have all been canceled. Meanwhile, the province will ask Seoul to deploy more epidemiological investigators to the island. According to a survey conducted by the province, there are 7 branches of the Shincheonji Church of Jesus on Jeju Island. The province conducted the survey in order to monitor COVID-19 on the island, as many of the nation's confirmed patients are members of the religious sect. There are 5 confirmed branches of Shincheonji in Jeju City and 2 in Seogwipo City. All of them have voluntarily closed their doors. The province is currently in the process of acquiring a complete list of members to check if any had recently traveled to Daegu City. In response to the confirmed cases of COVID-19 on the island, the provincial government has sent an official letter to governing religious bodies requesting vigilance in the prevention of the spread of the novel coronavirus. The letter included an appeal to have all people attending worship services wear masks, as well as provide hand sanitizers within every facility. Employees were also advised to be vigilant in practicing good hygiene and report to the relevant agency immediately if symptoms such as fever occur. In addition, the Jeju Media and Culture Industry Promotion Agency has also decided to suspend the operation of the Film, Culture, and Arts Center for the time being to prevent the further spread of COVID-19. The Jeju City government has made the decision to begin a restoration project of the Aljakji Coastal Road in Naedodong after KCTV News recently reported on the safety threat posed by the sinking of the road. The road is thought to have been destroyed by crashing waves. Access to the area is currently restricted, and the contractor has requested a review of the recovery plan of the coastal road. A safety management advisory group consisting of experts in the field will also be commissioned to conduct a safety review of the facility. Although last month was a traditional moving season called Shingugan in Jeju, statistics show that the number of house sales has decreased. According to the report released by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transport, the number of house sales in January fell by 11.5% to a total of 888 sales, a drop from the previous month's number of 1,003. In comparison to the average transaction of January sales volume for the past 5 years, this year marked a decrease of 23%. However, the number of monthly rent transactions stood at 1,404 last month, which was an increase of 18% from the previous month. The morning low in Jeju City will be 14, and the afternoon high, 20 degrees. Down south in Seogwipo, temperatures will fall between 14 and 18. The low before lunch in Seongsan will be 14, and the high in the afternoon, 19 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, a low of 15 in the morning, warming up to a high of 18 degrees. Up on the mountain at Songpanak, the morning low is at 9 degrees, topping off at 16 degrees in the afternoon. Out on the water, winds will be out of the south and southwest at a speed of 8 to 14 meters per second and waves between 1 and 3 meters. And here's a look ahead. Thank you for joining us today at KCTV English News. You can follow us on YouTube at KCTV E-News Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Have a great evening, everyone, and please stay safe.